Greetings, family. Very shocking news that are coming about from the Western African nations, more so Nigeria, in which we've always known that the president of Nigeria is not very straight. And we're getting this information online, it's trending, in which the CIA reportedly confirmed that Nigeria President Bola Tinubu as an active asset, as in is an active CIA asset. So, U.S. intelligence agency CIA reportedly confirmed Nigeria President Bola Tinubu as an active CIA asset. So, the disclosure surfaced in a joint filing by the CIA, FBI, and DEA, opposing the release of unredacted information about Tinubu's background. And this information was written by this big and decorated reporter or journalist from Nigeria. His name is David Hundeyin. Remember, there was a video he did some months back where he was fighting some organizations which were trying to tarnish, his reputation. He's big. And according to Hundeyin, who has spearheaded efforts for full transparency, the agency submitted a memorandum citing Tinubu's status as a CIA asset. Intelligence officials argued that exposing such connections could compromise U.S. national security interests. The CIA memorandum underscored the importance of safeguarding its intelligence partnerships, stating, and in quote, human sources can be expected to tarnish information to the CIA only when they are confident the CIA can and will do everything in its power to prevent the public disclosure of the operation. The agency further warned that confirming Tinubu's involvement could endanger both him and others linked to him, potentially inciting retaliation from adversaries. So, David Hundeyin wrote this on Twitter. He said, yesterday in federal court, the CIA, FBI, and DEA filed a memorandum opposing our motion for summary judgment in the FOIA disclosure case, again about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's drug trafficking investigation records, where we are seeking to have the redactions removed from the partially released files. In the filing, the CIA effectively confirmed that Nigeria's sitting president is an active CIA asset. And then he put this excerpt from the CIA filing, which read, human sources can be expected to furnish information to the CIA only when they are confident that the CIA can and will do everything in its power to prevent the public disclosure of their cooperation. In the case of a person who has been cooperating with the CIA, official confirmation of that cooperation could cause the targets to take retaliatory action against that person or against their family or friends. It is also places in jeopardy every individual with whom the cooperative individual has had contact. Thus, the indiscretion of one source in a chain of intelligence sources can damage an entire spectrum of sources. As such, confirming or denying the existence of records on a particular foreign national like Tinubu reasonably could be expected to cause damage to U.S. national security by indicating cause damage to U.S. national security by indicating whether or not the CIA maintained any human intelligence sources related to Tinubu, and identifying any access or lack of access any such sources had intelligence concerning him. And end of quote. And he continued and said, and if that wasn't bad enough, the DEA filing included a paragraph that literally said, in quotes, we oppose full and redacted disclosure of the DEA's Bola Tinubu heroin trafficking investigation record because we believe that while Nigerians have a right to be informed about what the government is up to, they do not have the right to know what the president is up to. At this point, okay, end of quote. At this point, I think there's nothing more to be said about the direct role that the US government plays in ensuring that Africa is constantly destabilized and afflicted with terrible leaders who create poverty and devastation. Then he added and said, well, let's see what Trump era will bring. Then he he put those documents there. The documents where he's quoting on Twitter. So that is what is happening. Although we saw Tinubu aide refusing and arguing that this is not so, and his name is Daddy D Olusegun, who said they told you he was a lady, you believed. They told Yorubas don't bear Tinubu, you believed. They told you he can't be allowed into the US, you believed. They told you his name is not his name, you believed. Now they brought another one. Here you are, as usual, tragic. So
They also said he doesn't have a degree. Remember?
so that is Dada Olusegun, who is the special assistant to the president on social media, dismissing the claims surrounding Tinubu's alleged CIA ties as tragic and baseless. Guys, what do you think about that? Because to me, when there are a lot of things that have been happening in Nigeria, and we usually see like Nigeria doesn't have anybody to cry for, because you are just left there, and the Nigerians who rather run away out of their country to look for greener pastures. Why? Because their government is not their government. It's serving anybody, someone else. So I think, to me, I think the allegations could be right. Because remember, even when Nicholas was doing things, this guys was like being controlled from outside.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But imagine your president is being accused of such crimes. What of the people? What of the citizens of Nigeria? This is just tragedy for Nigerians, because who will take a citizen of Nigeria seriously if they can't take their president seriously? If this guy is being controlled, or if this guy is an agent, like they say, or
A
they claim,
puppet. Call it a
you know,
puppet.
like
Because an
they claim
asset
he
is a
is.
beautiful name of a puppet.
Like they claim he is. I mean, how can he even defend your interest? How can he even talk against things that are happening to you from the outside, by the US, by his masters? How can he even stand up against them? And maybe it comes to show that this is the reason why we are not seeing anything positive coming out of Nigeria. This country has a lot of minerals. The country is so rich. Everything, you name it, it's in
Yeah.
Nigeria. But how is the state of affairs? How is the state of the nation for Nigeria? It's as good as Congo.
Yeah.
The
And
same.
thank you to one of our subscribers who notified us about this news before they got so old.
Yeah.
And we are so grateful, by the way, that
No, this
things
is,
are happening
yeah.
and people have come to know the real truth.
Mm,
And we've seen events for anybody who has been trying to improve Nigeria, like Dangote. The government was
difficult.
fighting,
Yeah.
you
It's
know.
very difficult.
So this could be it.
Maybe this is the reason.
Yeah.
And if these allegations are true, honestly, Nigerians, you will need serious liberation from all of this, because how do you get out of this? Because the next one, yeah,
Yeah, do you remember the last time we talked about Nigeria? It was kids who had been put in prison for 3 months. Someone with the right mind, can a president with the right mind do this?
imagine. Yeah,
And
they would need serious liberation from all of this,
yeah,
because the next one, they'll make sure that he's still an asset. Because how do you it's like what France has been doing in the Sahel. They had to make sure that they put their person. In Cote d'Ivoire, they have their person. People from time immemorial. In Niger, they had the former president was theirs. But now when Giannis and the rest in the AES came in, everything stopped. So the same liberation that the AES has had, Nigeria,
you need that.
your time
Yeah.
is here.
If you are seen with the Russian flag inside,
Imagine.
we can now connect the dots. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. If you'd like to support us, we have Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We're also selling these hats. We still have them, and it's so beautiful. It's never that uncomfortable. It's very comfortable. It's durable. It's
For any
leather
type
and
of
size, so
weather.
it's good. Then, if you'd like to support us in any way, super chats, super thanks, and in addition to that, you can like, share, and leave a
Buy us
comment. Yeah,
coffee.
let's engage. Let's know what is happening in Nigeria. Nigerians in the house, our brothers. Let us know what you think about this.
Are
Because
these
it's a
news
country.
even popular in their
Yeah,
countries?
in your
It's
country.
something that you guys are discussing. What is happening? How are the allegations going on? It's something they even know.
But Hundeyin
It's
is in the
big,
country,
yeah.
so I'm sure you've heard about it. Guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.